Okay. All right, y'all. I see that the green button is on. We're live. We're in color. We looking good. You know what I'm saying? Sexy deviants out here. Well, we're gonna run live. What's going on, guys? It's your boys. I was about to say OP boys. It's Geeklodestars out here. Excuse us, sorry guys. It's been a minute since we've been live. Sorry about that. As you know, this is Taisworldtv TV and this is Buggy D Newgate. We are back. And we're back in this live session because we're gonna try to do something a little new. We're gonna try to talk about things movie, comic book movie wise, etc. We're gonna be talking about these at least every week. You know, everything that came out this week, we're gonna be talking about it like toward the end of the week. Okay, so as it is Sunday now, we're gonna be talking about a couple of things, and we're gonna get to the Penguin review. The official review will be on this live stream, so I need y'all to be in here and watch this. All right. Because I'll be seeing y'all watching the reactions with us, so I know you guys love the Penguin too. So we're gonna get into a lot of things. Buggy, how you feeling? First of all, are you okay? Are you good? Everything's dope. Everything cool?
I am a-okay. I am here for the moment.
I know that's right. I'm here for these movies too, because it's been crazy, son. For seeing Gladiator last night, bro. That was fire, bro.
It's
Fire,
funny
fire,
because
fire.
I was looking at our videos, and the last time we went live was for Deadpool, so it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. So, like I said, y'all, we gonna get into this now, man. Like I said, thank you guys for supporting us. Like, I want to say that real quick too. We want to say that real quick. Thank you guys for supporting us so much, man. The love we've been getting from y'all are crazy, bro. Like, we have what 233 subs, my boy.
234, yeah, it's been a
234. Damn.
little. It's been a little weird.
Yeah.
Like I know you have your own channel, but the fact that me and you are doing this over here on this channel is, and the way it's been growing has been
It's
insane.
crazy, crazy work, and which means you guys must love what we're doing. So if y'all love it, we love it. You know what I mean? Because we here to entertain you guys and talk about things, and we here to chill with you guys too. So please support the channel and support these lives too, because we do want to talk to you guys. Okay? We got to get to the order of business though. We had a lot of things that come out this week. Crazy stuff. Had some couple of trailers come out. We had some news coming out, MCU wise, etc. So we're gonna talk about that now. Buggy, where do you want to start first?
Let's. I don't even remember all the stuff. It's been a crazy week for me, honestly. Just I guess pick one and we'll go with it.
You know what? Let's stick with the MCU because that's a lot of stuff that came out anyway. So,
Okay.
firstly, we got the Fantastic Four. So the Fantastic Four, I forgot the name of the movie. I'm gonna look it up right now. First
First
Steps. There we go.
steps.
First Steps. So, we got our new character, and the actress that's playing this character. So for
Silver
those of you,
Surfer, yeah.
right? So for those of you that don't know, Silver Surfer is going to be in this movie, but it is not Norrin Rad. Okay, it is his lover. I believe that's his wife too. And so essentially this is going to be played by a woman character. This is going to be a woman character basically, who's going to be the Silver Surfer. Right now, I've heard all the stuff. You already know we living in a time where I'm trying to say this as politically correct as I can. You got a lot of dudes is not feeling women characters right now. If there's a female led movie, they're like, nah, I don't want this. Get this out of here. I don't want this diversity stuff. All this. So as I seen in the comments too, dudes is not feeling this. They are not feeling the fact that there's going to be a female Silver Surfer in this movie verse. They're not feeling it. I'm gonna get the information now, but Bugs, I don't know if you had a chance to read it, but how do you feel about this so far? How do you feel about it?
um, I feel like it's always like a repeating thing every time we news of this comes up. Like,
Right.
some exceptions, I'm okay with it. Some. I'm not like, for example, you were saying this is supposed to be Silver Surfer's quote unquote wife, which I do know he does have a wife. I do know that this is an actual character that is based in the comics.
Right, right.
I'm honestly not throwing throwing my hands up in the air saying what the hell's going on. I'm okay with it. I'm not gonna, like I said, throw my hands up in the air, be like, what are they doing? I honestly, out of all the movies that are coming out, I feel like Fantastic Four probably needs to hit a home run, considering
Yeah, for sure,
they've
for sure, for sure.
they've tried no, they've done 3 movies and they've all haven't been that great, honestly. I I do hope we do get this iteration of Fantastic Four, and like it revitalizes the characters, because I know for a long time they just weren't doing Fantastic Four comics for the longest.
Yeah, and that's the thing because the only thing we have to go on is the original with Jessica Alba and all of them. Those first
And,
two right there.
and remember, this is technically Marvel's quote unquote first family.
Yeah, and it's crazy how they don't get a lot of like love. Let's just say outside of like Spider-Man or
They
Wolverine
they really
or
don't.
Venom. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like it's like they don't really get mentioned like that. I've never really talked to anybody and they say
And
like, "Yo, I can't wait for this Fantastic Four movie." I've never,
yeah,
you know what I
and
mean?
that's why I'm hoping when this if this movie does do like bonkers numbers, which I feel like it will, because I like the cast that they got. I'm just curious of how this team that's in the 60s is gonna come into the past, or how they're gonna work that into the MCU. Honestly, that's my biggest question I have.
Right. And oh, before I say that, so Julia Gardner is the actress that is going to play Shala Ball, which is another version of Silver Surfer. And that's funny too because a lot of people or fans, I guess, like I said earlier, are upset that we're getting like a woman version of Silver Surfer and not Norman Rad, the regular version. Here's the thing of why people kind of don't listen to what other people are saying sometimes. Because number one, this is a different universe. This ain't even
Yeah,
MCU. It's a different
yeah.
universe. Number one. Two, this is a different character. This is not Norman Mac. This is Tyler Ball. This is love, what or wife, whatever. So I don't understand why dudes are so hopped on like, oh, it's the original server. I don't want this. Get this out of here. Like, we gotta stop.
And to echo you what you just said, remember we got variants in this. As of right now, we still have
Exactly.
variants.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So I don't understand why like people are so like mad at this. Like this is not even in the same universe. It's not. And
I don't know, man.
yeah,
I feel
man.
like people just want a reason to complain. Honestly,
Man, it's like yo, so and like you said earlier, Fantastic Four needs a win. Okay, we had. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, I forgot the other Fantastic Four, which Josh Trank, if I'm not mistaken. The Josh Trank directed one. I remember right that one. I heard that one was crazy. I didn't even watch that one, but I heard that one was horrible.
that was the one with
Michael B. Jordan,
yeah, Miles Teller, and
Miles Teller, right.
I
And
forgot the other two actors in that one,
I
but
did
yeah,
too. I ain't gonna
that one
hold you.
wasn't all that great.
Right. So maybe like Fantastic Four needs a win. So I don't understand why all of this and all this is going on. I don't really understand that. But
And who knows? Maybe if, like I said, maybe if the movie does crazy numbers, maybe we'll get the comics back.
oh, for Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four, yeah.
Oh wait, did it get canceled?
I don't know. I could have sworn there was works of a comic, but I don't know if it ever came out.
Okay. Because I think it's still going. But see, this is the thing. I'm not a big Fantastic Four fan, so I don't know because I don't go read Fantastic Four stuff. You know what I mean? So I don't know how you. And that's another thing that's kind of hard. I don't know how you're gonna put that in the screen and have people want to see this. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not Spider-Man, they're not Thor, they're not Wolverine. You know, they're not. I feel like they're not that compelling, to be honest with you. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I don't know. What do y'all think? Y'all think they're compelling? Let me know. Let me know.
I feel like at this point they haven't been a household name in such a long time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah,
at
yeah.
least with X Men, you had some stinkers, but you had some great movies as well.
Exactly. So, and that's the thing. They're not like Spider-Man. You know, Spider-Man is a
Okay,
household name. You know what I mean?
so I had to correct myself. So it's been ongoing since 2022. The comics,
Okay,
Fantastic
so
Four.
they still open. Okay, okay, okay. Maybe it
But
was that.
it just to echo what you said, I don't hear anybody talking about Fantastic Four comics. Honestly,
Right. Maybe when they see the first trailer, maybe people will be like, "Oh, this is
and
something new." Okay.
it's funny because some of the strongest characters come out of the Fantastic Four comics: Doctor Doom,
Yeah,
Galactus.
yeah. Valeria
Um,
Richards, Franklin Richards, who's like, I think he made Galactus his pet or something like that. Wow, so something wild like that, bro. Crazy work. Crazy work. And saying and to say that too, Galactus will be in this movie too. That's what
yeah,
I
he
also
will.
heard too. I just hope they get him right and not.
Just to echo on that real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh, hopefully this Galactus looks way better than the first iteration
And
of
there
Galactus that we
you go.
got.
There you go. Because I'm
Because
not.
I didn't watch the Josh Trank one, so I can't say what happened in those.
Yeah, yeah, I can't say. I don't even know if he was even introduced there. I know Doctor Doom was, but I don't know if Galactus was. And then in Rise of the Silver Surfer, he was a big cloud. So,
Oh, that's right. How could I forget? Scrolls came out of Fantastic Four.
oh, there we go. See. Hey, listen, listen. And speaking
Okay,
of,
so yeah,
yeah.
there are some characters that came out of the comics for Fantastic Four. So
So they're very important. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're very important. Very, very important.
which is kind of funny. There's like key characters in like certain. We got Namor, we got Inhumans like Maximus the Mad,
Right.
um, Galactus, Claw, which was crazy to even think about.
Oh, from Black Panther?
Um, yeah,
Oh, shoot. Okay. Well, yeah, that's what I'm
um,
saying. They're important. They're very important.
yeah.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, man, I'm hopeful for it. Hopefully we get a trailer like early, if not this year, if not in December, then
Probably by I want to say maybe a Super Bowl trailer
I'm about to say, okay, that makes
if
more
we
sense.
want to like think about it as far as movies coming out for next year.
Right. I'm definitely down for that too. And segueing into still Marvel, we got the X-Men. So X-Men been around forever. You know what I'm saying? I would
Long
say the
time.
X-Men are more of a household name than
I
Fantastic
agree.
Four. I
I
would say
agree.
that. So speaking of that, the X-Men, as Kevin Feige said a few days ago, the X-Men apparently are going to be coming sooner than expected. Or, at least a little bit of appearances or something like that. Which I can see that because we already saw Beast in the Marvels
The
movie,
Marvels.
at the post credit scene. And then, we saw who we see? Not Beast. We saw
Photon.
Professor X. We saw him in Multiverse of Madness. We saw him in there too. I feel
That's
like there
right.
was
Yeah.
somebody else that I'm forgetting. Yeah, I feel like
Uh, from the Illuminati or as far as like
yeah, from the
mutants.
Illuminati. I think that was it, right?
Mutant
Black
wise, I
Bolt
think
was
that's
there, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah. You had Reed Richards,
Right,
Peggy Carter.
right. So yeah, I think that was it. And then Black Bolt, and I think that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got that, and then we have Wolverine from Wolverine and Deadpool. So, we seeing the X-Men coming little by little. Because I remember 5 years ago, or while ago, he said that the X-Men are coming, but we're gonna take our time. We don't want to bring them in. We don't want to, mess up anything. We want to make sure we bring them in just right. It seemed like the
You know
time
what
is right. Yeah.
you know what I really want to see now that you say X Men? Cause I know Wolverine is part of the Midnight Suns, right?
Oh yeah.
I want to see. I don't know when they'll do it, cause who knows when the hell Blade's gonna ever exist in this in this MCU.
Man, let it sound like never, because I think they just pulled it off
And
the schedule too long
Black
ago either.
Knight, Black Knight is somewhere out there.
Yeah. So I mean, listen,
Oh,
I really want to
I
see
know
that too.
I know you haven't seen it yet, but Man Thing was also introduced in that,
Oh yeah.
and
I gotta see that.
Elsa Bloodstone.
Right. So I mean, so we got these characters coming, like you said, bro. And the thing that interests me is, Kevin Feige said that they're gonna see more X-Men movies introduced in the next few movies. So the next movie coming up that I remember is
It's
Brave New
Captain
World.
America.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we got the Thunderbolts. So but again, remember we got What If and we saw Storm in that season 3. Oh,
I feel like that's probably what he's talking about as far as mutants
right.
making an appearance.
Right. Which I mean, that's an insane way to bring in a classic X-Men character into the MCU. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
because
saying?
X Men '97 it's its own thing. There's no
Yeah,
continuity with um the Marvel animation stuff they got going on right now.
right, exactly. So it's kind of crazy that they brought that up. You know what I'm saying? Um, that storm into that. So I mean, it's cool that we're getting this build slowly but surely. And then, as we know from Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan,
I'm I'm
she's a
glad you brought that up because I was gonna go there.
yeah, but she's a mutant too, as we found out in the end of that show. So slowly but surely, we're getting the closer mutants, and I believe he said, and correct me if we're wrong, guys. We're gonna after the end of the multiverse saga, then we're gonna get into the age of the X-Men. So
Well,
how you feel about
I can't speak as far as spoiler alert Wiccan and Agatha all along.
it? Right.
So I'm not
Yeah,
as
we
far
can't say much, right? But
as mutants, Kamala's the only one we have so far.
far right in the MCU so far. And then remember, we have as you saw in the trailer for Brave New World, the new one, we saw Tiamat finally.
I don't feel like there's gonna be a mutant in Brave New World. That's gonna be it's a
Oh, you think?
specific thing.
Okay.
It's definitely gonna be the way the vibes give it in the trailer. There's gonna be a fight of the resources of Tiamat.
Right, and the reason I say that too is because I heard from plenty of other people from the YouTube space that Tiamat may be where they get adamantium from.
Bro, I've been saying that for years since
Oh, you didn't say that, so okay,
Eternals came out. Yeah,
okay, all right. They might be. I don't know. I mean, that
I've
makes
been
sense.
I've been
That
saying
makes
that for the
sense.
longest,
No,
bro.
that would make sense because Tiamat's right there, just get his skin. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, this precious adamantium. Let's use this real quick. And
It wouldn't make sense why everybody would be fighting for this resource.
right, because they have vibranium already, but they like, oh, adamantium. Nah, this is like an alien joint. Like, nah, we're keeping this. So
Now,
that would make sense, right?
which is stronger? I don't know. I can't
That's a good question.
think
I don't
right
know.
now.
Yeah, I don't
Is
know.
vibranium or adamantium stronger?
I would say probably adamantium. I would say because it really is unbreakable. There's only no, no, probably
Because
vibranium because it absorbs.
I know Wolverine and Cap got into
Right,
who's
right, right,
stronger.
right, right. I don't know. It's just like kind of crazy. It's just kind of crazy though because we're gonna have both substances in the MCU, which I thought we would never get. You know.
Yeah, it's been a long road coming here as far as them acquiring all the rights to the characters as far as
Right,
like
right,
stuff that they could do with the characters as far
right,
as like adamantium. We couldn't use it for a long time. We had to use vibranium.
right.
Um,
Well, I tell you what
yeah.
though, I really sorry to cut you off, bro. I
Oh,
really
you're good.
like that. Kevin Feige is taking his time introducing the X Men to the MCU because I feel like they should have did that with Spider Man too because I feel like Spider Man was kind of shoehorned into the MCU and then he had to kind of had
Yeah.
to go under Tony Stark and a lot of his villains had to come from Tony Stark. So
Yeah.
I really didn't like that for Spider Man. But I
That
really
I
do
feel
like.
like you weren't the only person with that issue as far as like
Wait,
Tom Holland Spider Man.
okay, because I thought I was the only one. Because I was just like, bro, like,
I was kind of the same. I'm like, okay, here we go, another person because of Tony Stark.
right,
Peter
right,
has a villain,
right. And I just felt like Spider Man wasn't like independent as he should have been,
and
until we got to No Way Home. But yeah,
yeah, that's why I'm glad you brought up No Way Home because it technically reboots, or not a soft reboot of Spider-Man in this universe.
right, right. So, but yeah, but I like that though, and I like that, you know, and I guess they learned from that lesson. That's why Mr. Feige wants to introduce the X Men very slowly, and I really love that. And I love him for that. You know what I'm saying? Because the X Men really need their own time. Because it's like that was my question. Like, how are you gonna bring in the X Men now? Like,
I
you
I
can't say
don't
that they weren't
see
here this whole time, right?
I don't see a mutant appearing in Daredevil or Thunderbolts.
Oh, that's right. Because we got those too, right? Right, right.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. So I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Tiamat does cause somehow the mutant gene to happen or they could go what they did in the Ultimate Universe, the first one, where um Wolverine was the first mutant, and then
Mm.
they took his DNA or something, and then something happened, and then everybody who had the X gene had it activated, something like that. So I can see that happen. We don't know because we don't even know if Wolverine's even in this universe or not yet. We don't know. We don't know how that's gonna happen. There's a lot of things we don't know. It's crazy. Do you have anything else to bring up, bro? Before we go to the next segment?
No.
Huh? Okay, cool. Bet. So the next thing we got on here is we got DC, we got Batman. So apparently James Gunn said a few days ago that um y'all won't be seeing Brave and the Bold anytime soon. Okay. My boy got these other movies lined up because we got Creature Commandos coming out next month, which is crazy work. We also got Superman coming out next year, I believe. And then
Yeah.
after that, we got Supergirl movie coming out. I think right after that. So we're not gonna get Batman anytime soon. So, Buggy, how do you feel about that though? Like, because
Mm.
we haven't really had Batman except for the Batman with Matt Reeves universe, and then we got the Penguin, so great. How do you feel about waiting for Batman?
Uh, I don't my that's my issue with like waiting for movies now. It's not like back in the day where it took like maybe 2 years to make a movie.
Right, right, right,
Now
right.
it's like 4, 5, maybe 6 years a movie's being made, and like I, me as a fan of
Mm.
comic book movies, I want it ASAP as soon as possible, but I'm optimistic with James Gunn's universe, and
I am too. I am too.
I'm excited for Creature Commandos, Superman. I'm excited for his slate, but
Yeah, me too.
ah man, I need that Batman inch. You know what I'm talking about?
You know what? I'm glad you said that because I'm like half and half on it. Like on one hand, I'm like, you know what? That's good because it's an oversaturation of Batman. I feel like he's in everything. He's in. Yo, I can't even tell you how many separate titles he has in the comics right now. I think he has like 4 or 5 books, if that, at the same
I
time.
know I
It's
know the
crazy
current
work.
one that everybody's talking about is Absolute Batman.
Right, and that just came out. That's bonkers. I read the first 2 issues. Insane, insane. But that's what I'm saying. Like he has like at least 6 issues out at the same time. I think he has Detective Comics, regular Batman title, Batman and Robin Year One. Like it's mad.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
even get me started on the animated movies. 'Cause and everything. I think he has the most animated movies that came out, if
Well,
I'm
he
not
was
mistaken.
in 3 parts of Infinite Crisis.
Right, exactly.
He had Long Halloween not too
Right,
long ago.
right. He has The
Um,
Dark Knight
and
Returns Part One and Two.
yeah, well, I'm talking about like more recent,
Or more recent. Oh, I got you.
Justice League Dark, and
And he ain't even
I
in
just
there.
I just showed you recently too. we're getting a Nightfall movie.
Right. Exactly. So it's that's what I'm saying. Like he's every, and then we have the Batman too. And so it's like everywhere. So at one part, I'm kind of glad they he's like giving him a break. But at the same time, I'm like, yo, I need that. Especially after the Penguin, I'm like, "Bro, I need that
It's
back."
funny because I literally rewatched the Batman after Penguin.
That's I see. This is what I'm saying. So it's like, so and I kind of get why Zaslav wanted James Gunn's Batman. I mean James Gunn. Matt Reeves' Batman to join James Gunn's
I
universe.
honestly
I get
I'd
it.
rather I tell Zaslav don't do it. I'd rather have
Right.
Matt Reeves' Batman be its own thing, completely separate from James Gunn's universe. Because
Exactly. Listen.
I feel like
Right.
that grittiness wouldn't fit in James Gunn's universe. To me,
Exactly.
honestly,
And I think it's too realistic to a
yeah.
certain degree for
Whereas
that
far as
mesh.
James Gunn, we're gonna get this fantastical,
Light side
yeah,
of this man.
Superman.
Right.
And
Right.
we're gonna have a lot of remember we're gonna have a lot of Justice League characters in Superman.
Right. Because I know we're gonna have Green Gardner, sorry, Guy Gardner. He's gonna be in there too.
Hawk
Hawkman's
Girl,
gonna be in it. Right.
Metamorpho,
Right. 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 So we're gonna get like a lot of classic characters that.
Mister Terrific.
Right. Right. Right.
I'm trying. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Was somebody from the Authority. I think she's gonna kind of be the villain, sort of.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right. You're
yeah, yeah.
right.
I forgot her name though, but I know she's gonna be in there. And Silver's gonna be in this one too. So played by Nicholas Holt. So I want to see how that's gonna be because he's been gunning for
I
DC roles for a minute.
mm, I feel like there hasn't been a good. Now I haven't watched Superman and Lois, but I feel like
Oh, you gotta watch it, bro.
There hasn't been a good Lex Luthor in a while.
Oh, let me tell you something. This Lex Luthor here in Superman Lois,
Michael
one of
Cullen.
the best. Yeah, Mike Cullen, he's the best one, bro. Best one.
I can picture it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. He really he got that menacing part. You know what I'm saying? He just I love him, bro. I love him. Oh my gosh.
You know what?
Yeah.
I just because I might go back and finish the CW shows because I haven't done that, and
Okay.
I feel like it's only right to do that because
Well,
look how much comic book shows have changed since then.
oh yeah, oh yeah. Like I said, like perfect example, the Penguin. Like I didn't expect the Penguin to
If
be such an Emmy-winning show. Right? I didn't expect
if
this
we
at all.
if we want to put it in comic terms, I want to say maybe the Bronze era,
Ooh, okay.
Bronze or Silver, because we had TV shows back in the day when me and you were growing up, but they're
Oh, for
not
sure.
not on par with what we're getting today,
Right. Because
honestly.
remember, we had Smallville back in the day. It lasted 10 years.
Yeah, yeah. That one was like that what was the one with Dean Cain? My Adventures with
Oh my,
Superman?
uh, Lois and Clark, The Avengers of
Lois and
Superman.
Clark. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I would do that.
Those were
That's
like
my
the
shit too.
only two shows cuz for some reason Warner Brothers has this thing against making Batman shows with Batman actually in
It's
it.
just crazy. It's like, bro, we need a new show, bro. Like, what we doing right now? We need a new
Now
show. We need a Batman
I'm one of those people that said Gotham, I'm not watching that shit. Why am I going to watch this?
show. And I feel you, but it's just like, bro, we had Gotham. You know what I'm saying? And Gotham to me, the first season was cool, but it like after we got over, other seasons, it's like, bro, where's Batman?
My
Like,
yeah, that's one of the biggest issues I have with that show. And like I
right?
understand people love the show. Now don't come at me with hate. I'm just
Please
saying
don't.
it makes no goddamn sense for a Gotham show with Batman's rogue villains running around without a
Right.
Batman.
Like I saw Ra's al Ghul and Bane in this. I was like, yo, where did they come from? Like why?
Now I'd give leeway if you do like other characters that are like more street level, like Professor Pig. That's a perfect example right there.
Exactly. That's cool. Cool. Let's do that. But how you gonna have Bane come up in here? And I'm like, and he got I think, if I'm not mistaken, he had the juice too, like the venom. I'm like, how? Like Venom, like they had like a grown ass, and if I'm not mistaken, Bane and Bruce are like the same age or around the same age, if or something like that. Or something like that. So I'm like, how is this even possible? What are we doing? It's crazy work to me. um, but yeah, it's just like you said, man. We're not ragging on the show. It's just like you said. We had certain shows come out, in our time. So now we got shows like The Penguin. We got Daredevil. You know what I mean?
The Boys,
The
Invincible.
Boys, exactly, Invincible. So it's like things have fundamentally evolved from where we were, back in the day. So,
And hold on, you know what's funny too?
mm,
Um, I recently watched both Kick-Ass movies, and
oh, okay.
if you watch those movies, those are basically the boys before the boys.
Because they were wilder than that too. The raunchiness wasn't really there like that, but the violence was there.
And in the second one, there was more violence and
Right.
raunchiness.
Exactly. So yeah, and so things have fundamentally evolved since then. So I don't see why we can't just get a Batman show. Like the closest we got is the Penguin. And we're gonna talk about we're gonna get the review in a little bit, in a few. But and like, give us a Batman show. Like that. I remember back in the. I remember I heard a few years ago that Smallville was really supposed to be um Batman as him going through his journey training to become Batman. That's originally what it was gonna be, but WB was like, nah, we ain't gonna do that. So instead they did Small. So that's I don't know if that's true, but that's what I heard. And that's the case, that could have been great. I would have been cool with that. You know? But yeah, I want a Batman show too. I feel like it's about time. Like, I need a Batman show, bro. Come on, bro. Oh yeah, but no, I mean, just going back to the James Gunn thing. Like I said, I don't have a problem with it. I know some people are hating on James Gunn right now just because, and it's crazy because you had people that was hating on Zack Snyder for the longest time now. Now they hating on this man too, and I'm like, no movies came out yet, nothing came out yet, so how you gonna hate on this man? I don't
They're
understand
never satisfied.
that. Exactly. This is like, all right, whatever. So, I think this is cool. I think James Gunn is gonna knock it out the park. Um, how do you feel about his slate, man? Are you positive about this? Are you a little shaky? How you feeling about this, Bugs?
I'm. I think I've said it countless of times. Like, I believe in James Gunn.
I do too.
We just gotta wait for Superman. Honestly,
Yeah. You know what's crazy? Because John Campia, I saw this a while ago. John Campia says this. Shout out to you, sir. He said, Superman is the make or break. Like,
yeah, it
like
is.
it has to do great. It can't be good. It can't just be okay. It's got to be great. It has to be. Because
It has to
DC,
at least a billion. Has
yeah,
to.
it has to. It has to. EBS should have made a bill. Did not.
You
Just
know,
should have made a bill.
and
It
that's
did
one of
not.
those things where James Gunn knows what to do with an ensemble cast. Like, he's
Yes.
been doing that most of his career. I know you haven't watched Slither, which you should watch that, but
Should that be a reaction?
we could do that.
Okay. Say less. I got
a-
you.
all three Guardian movies, he's got an
Oh
ensemble of
yeah.
characters in them.
Oh, and I'm glad you brought that up because look, nobody knew who the Guardians were. Nobody.
That the
Not even me.
blew up because of them.
Yes. He took characters that nobody cared about and made them into superstars. Okay? And then he did it with the Suicide Squad too. Now,
Yep.
I know that wasn't critically received. I mean, I think it did well, but money wise, it didn't do that great. But it's not James Gunn's fault. That's just where the state was at DC, and I think we were dealing with
And it's
DC
funny because
at that time.
the
So yeah,
quality in those movies was, I feel like, better than the other Suicide Squad.
that's what I'm saying. So I think because of that, that's why DC gave him the chance, even though it didn't do well financially like that. But again, that wasn't his fault, so I can't we can't really blame him for that. But yeah,
I
man, I'm
and real quick before we move
yeah
on, and I
yeah
have no doubt Creature Commandos is going to do great because I feel like it's supposed to be a mature animated show, if I remember
yes,
correctly.
very mature, very mature. Yeah,
Okay. So I'm definitely down for that.
Yeah, me too. And then he has Peacemaker coming after some Pacemaker.
I'm on a pacemaker waiting on that Batman. I'll tell you that.
What? I said Peacemaker. Oh my god. Hey, we got Peacemaker season 2 coming out. We don't know when that's coming out though. So that's the thing too. Peacemaker was a great show too. I forgot to add that one. That was a great
Yeah,
show.
and with that, he's got to address the Justice League thing at the end too,
Right. So we gotta
which he
see.
said he will.
Right. So I wonder how he's gonna do that, but we'll see. All right, man. I also had
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, he did talk about. I forgot. I don't know if you added this on your notes, but he did talk about a Superman trailer possibly coming real
Oh, I
soon.
didn't know. So what's up with that? So we gonna get one soon?
It might be coming soon, but I feel like it might be one of those.
Mm.
Might be maybe for a Super Bowl trailer.
Oh. You know what? That would be the best time. That would have to be the best
Yeah,
time. Everybody excited. Everybody
because
talk about it. Yep. That'd be great. Yep. Yep.
we got the new Jurassic Park,
Right.
Superman,
Right.
and there's another movie in July that's like a big movie that's coming out. I forgot what it was, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's I definitely see Superman being a trailer for the Super Bowls.
I bet. I mean, yeah, I can see that too. And like, and just with everything, that trailer gotta be off the chain. It has to. Has to be. Has to be because ever since they showed Superman suit and all of that, it's kind of been like, nah, what is this? This is trash. Whatever, whatever. But I'm here for it though. So like I said, it has to be good. Has to be. If it's not good, we know it. You know. So we'll see, man. And I think the last thing we had to the second to last thing we had to talk about. Did you watch the Dragon trailer?
Dragon trailer.
How to Train Your Dragon?
No, not yet.
Live action. Okay, so we
I will do a reaction for
all
that.
right, so we ain't got to worry about. Okay, so last thing on the menu, boys. The last, not even the appetizer, the main course, if you will, the Penguin season 1 review. Okay, we're finally here. We're finally at the cusp of this. We got to talk about
Hey
this.
Ma, we're about to review Penguin, Ma.
Yeah, come in there. What do you want us? Yeah. So
Hold on, hold
we.
on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold
Uh
on,
oh.
hold on.
Uh oh. Uh oh. Hold on, my boy got something. Hold on. Oh, he coming in with the waddle, my guy.
Hey Ma, I did it all for you, Ma.
What we ask. Woo! Okay, y'all. So here we are. Penguin. So, guys, as you know, this is brief synopsis for those of you that don't know. Basically the Penguin is following the events of the Batman 2022, where Gotham is in flood. They still dealing with that. They're trying to rebuild, and Oz himself, Penguin, he's trying to become the top dude. He's trying to become or surpass the Maronis, the Falcons. He's trying to be top dog number 1, as we usually see him in the comics. So that this is his rise to power in this show. So, um, so this is what we're gonna do. So, usually for our reviews, we usually talk about the good, the bad. We add a little couple things, and then we get to the score at the end. So, my boy, do you want to do the negatives first or positives first?
No Batman.
Okay,
No
that's
mention of
here we go.
Batman. Where's Batman?
Yo, son. But you know what? I was thinking. Oh, you know what? We should have talked about that, but we can talk about it here. So Matt Reeves said earlier this week that Batman, and I think this is a rumor, but he said that the Batman 2 is gonna deal with Bruce struggling to put on the
Oh,
suit
yeah, I
again.
did see that. Okay,
Right.
yeah.
So I'm wondering, what if the Batman Part 2 takes place during the Penguin? And that's
Hmm.
why we don't see it. Because at the end of it, it's snowing. And we already know it's gonna be snowing at the Batman 2. So I don't know. Maybe that's why he didn't do it. That would make perfect sense if that's the case.
Do we do we know how long time has lapsed since the beginning of Penguin?
I think it's been I know from the beginning it was a few weeks. I remember that.
Okay.
And then
So since the incident from the end of the Batman, it's been a couple weeks,
right.
and
And then
then a couple days after that.
I think it's been a few months after during the
Yeah,
whole
cause
thing.
yeah. Okay, so yeah, that would make sense.
Right. So
That
and
would make
maybe
sense.
that's why he didn't show up. Because I had the same thing. I'm like, yo, all this stuff is going on in Gotham. You ain't gonna do nothing. When I thought about it, I was like, maybe that's what it is. Because I could see Batman in the middle of the movie suiting up, and he like, yo, my boy, we gonna whoop your
He's
ass for Vic, bro.
I
It's about that time.
see if Matt Reeves was creative, he'd do what they did at the beginning of the Penguin, where literal literally the end of the Batman was the beginning of the show.
Right. And it was literally like ripped out from the movie and then just put on to that first like couple minutes. I didn't even realize that until I saw the Batman.
I
So
if I see the Batman Part 2 begin the way, well, they got to tie it in somehow cuz we saw the signal but we wasn't sure how we're going to get to that point cuz it's
right,
like you
right,
said, Bruce is supposed to be having troubles with being Batman and stuff like that. And I feel
right.
like in this movie he might do finally do the build his Bruce Wayne persona because we haven't
Oh
really
yeah, yeah,
seen
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Because that was his, and you know what's crazy? That's what a lot of people have said was the issue with the Batman was like,
Yeah,
it's
because
crazy.
remember Bruce Wayne is a dual personality.
Right, right,
His mask is Bruce Wayne.
right.
His real identity is Batman.
Right, which is why I love why Patterson stayed in the suit for so long throughout the movie because that's where he's comfortable. That's where he is. That's his niche right there. That's who he is. And seeing the struggles of Bruce Wayne was brilliant for me. And it
Oh,
showed.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just reminds me of something that I watched recently.
Mm,
I forgot I forgot where it was from, but he was I think he was talking to Flash or something like that, and he was
mhm.
saying, "Oh no, it was Terry McGinnis in Batman Beyond." Oh,
Oh, classic,
um,
classic.
he's like, "Oh, they were yelling out Bruce, but I don't call myself that in my head."
Oh, he said, "What you call yourself?" And then he just looks at him.
Yeah.
Said, "No, oh, that's my name now, so don't worry about it, old man." But yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. So with that said, I think it's perfect for Bruce to struggle being Batman since it wasn't his fault, but it was like you were inspiring crazy people instead of inspiring hope into others. And I don't think that was his goal. His goal step back and was like, yo, I'm doing too much. Like the Joker, the Riddler just flooded everything and destroyed everything. And I really like that because, and we'll get into what I like, what we like in a minute. And I like that connected tissue throughout the show because it's like the show really shows you the devastation that really went
Riddler did.
on during the end of the movie. By the end of the movie, like this wasn't just some thing that could have been cleaned up in a few weeks, like we see another stuff. No, this was devastation, devastation, bro, and that's why Bruce had to now. He has to change the way he do things now. So I can see
Yeah,
him. You know,
and that correlates to the end of where he said at the end of the Batman, like I realize I am making a change, but not the one that I intended.
right. And I thought he was just gonna be a better Batman, but I didn't think he would stop being Batman. I could
See,
see, yeah.
and this is why I love Matt Reeves's like
Yo, oh my gosh, yeah.
version of Batman, because not only do we get the realistic version of Batman, but like he has these questions of like morality, of like what he's doing and stuff like that, of like
Right,
his
right,
his family's legacy.
right. And it's crazy. I'm glad you brought that up because usually we would see a Batman that has his stuff together for the most part. But this is one where he don't know what to do. He's like, yo, I'm lost. I need help, And that's what I really loved about this movie, man, for real. And
Sure.
then on extension this show, and honestly, it's really the only negative that I had. Honestly, this show damn near perfect, y'all. And with that, we're gonna get into the good, the things that we did like about this. So, um, let me first say, the character work in this show was insane,
Phenomenal.
phenomenal.
Everybody
Yeah.
did their role perfectly, honestly.
Oh, oh my god! And it didn't matter how big or how small the role was. They had a purpose. They had an arc. A little bit. They added to the story, and it's hard to kind of get that, especially in a comic book show, bro. Especially in a comic book show. I think we got to talk. We definitely got to talk about this. We'll put eyes on the back burner for a second. Sophia. Sophia was one of the best
I,
characters of the show.
yeah, I have to agree with you on that.
Yeah, I
If
mean,
if this show doesn't win any awards, I'm gonna be very upset.
yeah, me too. And oh, guys, it's going to be spoilers. So if you haven't seen the show, go watch the show. Come back. Um, yeah, man. I mean, and Sophia's not a really big character. She's in the Long Halloween. Of course, she's with the Falcons. But the way that they did Sophia here is insane to me. They gave us so much depth that they ever did in the comics, bro. And seeing her transformation. Well, first, you don't even see why she's like the way she is until you get to, dang, I forgot what episode. But the episode where you actually find out what happened.
It was like 3 or 4, somewhere
Yeah,
around
three
there.
or four. And it's tragic. And it's because her father was out here getting rid of women. Like I won't say the word, but he was getting rid of women. And
If Christian Melody doesn't win an award,
chill for real.
I
For real.
I'm I definitely feel like her and Colin need to win some awards for this show.
Oh my
At,
God.
at least at
Right.
least at least at least Christian has to get best supporting actress in that
Oh,
show.
for sure. She got to get something because she was doing well too. Oh my gosh. And then, yeah, like I said, just seeing her transformation from being, and she was like very, she was strong, but she was like, she wasn't as cutthroat.
She was, but
And,
she wasn't as cutthroat, but she was definitely terrifying when she meant business.
right, right. And then now, even more so after she been in Arkham for 10 years. And the things she had to go through in Arkham was insane, bro. So,
And it's funny because she was trying to prevent the cycle with her niece, but she just ended up doing the same thing to her. And
right. We don't know what's
seeing
going to
that,
happen to her either. Right.
seeing that like that character development after her realizing what she's doing, that was just like great acting on their part
Right.
and writing
And
as well.
right. And then just having her go back to Arkham, being set up by Penguin, was full circle moment, bro. That's crazy.
Which she got a letter from her half sister who actually cares about her.
Hmm. So that's the thing. Sophia's alive. So is she gonna be in the Batman too? I don't know. It'd be cool. You know what I mean? Maybe we get a
Mm,
season two. I don't know. There's so many things left in the air, especially with that character. You know what I
I
mean?
definitely feel like Sophia might show up. Maybe not in 2, but maybe in 3.
I can see that. I can see that. Definitely. I can definitely see that. What do
Because
you
I
think
know
about
I
this? Like,
because
let
I
us know
know
in the
for
comments too.
I know for sure Penguin's is in Batman 2 and 3.
Oh, so yeah,
Because
yeah.
Matt Reeves already confirmed it. He's gonna be in 2 and 3.
Oh, cool. So he gonna be a big figure. And that's why he got his show because he's gonna be a
Now,
big prominent figure.
going back to things that I hate about this show,
Oh, you got another one. Oh, okay, go ahead.
I mean, it was supposed to happen, but the death
Uh,
of Vic.
yeah, you know what? Let's
I'm
talk.
not gonna lie.
Let's talk.
Look,
Let's talk.
I've been watching TV for so many years growing up, and
Me too.
like
Me too. Me too.
there has not been a particular death in any show that has hit me harder than Vic. Like I was literally the whole week like, damn, bro, why did Vic should have just got on that bus,
My
bro?
man went through it, bro. and let's talk about it. Let's talk about him too, because I didn't expect this kid to be so big in this show. He fundamentally helped Oz becoming Penguin that we
Literally
all know
saved
him.
the man's ass like I don't know how many
20
times.
times, bro. Yo. And then the crazy thing is, he was ready to get rid of this kid with no problem. He was ready to get rid of him. As soon as he didn't think he was useful, he messed up, he's gonna get rid of him. And it's crazy because Vic was this kid who I wouldn't say didn't have the confidence. I'm not gonna say that, but he was trying to find his way, and then he found the mob. You know what I mean? He found crime, and he
Yeah.
didn't really want to be a part of it, but then he became a part of it. And
I
he
mean,
kind of
on it,
get into the
yeah,
scene.
he was kind of part of it from the beginning when
Right,
he
right,
was trying to boost Oz's car.
right. And that's kind of he didn't really want to do that. He's just like whatever. But after that, getting with Penguin, he got his confidence. One of the episodes you was seen beating up Maroni's kid. Chasing him
Oh
down.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then he shot the other dude. He killed him. He's never done that before. And oh my god. And then I love Vic's and Penguin's relationship. I feel like that's fundamental relationships. Kind of see the TV
So,
so far.
so
It's crazy.
somebody brought up like good comparisons. Like he's he's the Jesse Pinkman or like the Christopher of the show.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's
You know?
crazy because him and Christopher kind of went out the same way by quote unquote their fatherly figure. I don't know, not strangling them, but like
Snuffing them out.
suffocating them, I guess.
Right, right. And you know what's crazy?
Choking them.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was saying like choking them. I'm not sure what the technical term is. Strangulation.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's the thing because we talked about it too, on and off the camera, and because I already knew. God, I figured he was gonna get rid of him because you just saw the evidence there in certain episodes, especially in the beginning. But I
They,
didn't think, yeah, but I didn't think he was really gonna do it to that point, especially the way he did it. But when you saw that episode, when you find out what happened to them boys, that's when I knew. Okay,
yeah, that
he
tells
gonna
you
do
right
it.
then and
He
there.
got to. Cause
Oz was a
oh,
straight up psychopath. As far as
yo,
like
yo,
other iterations of
no,
Penguin we got, I feel like this is the worst one, honestly.
no, more worse than Danny DeVito one is a cupcake compared to this man, bro.
Yeah.
And that's because Oz had so much depth in this show. Like, you really saw the less humanity in him, and that's one of the things I really liked what they did in this show. That's actually one of my positives too. I
Th-
love the
he,
fact that they kept him a villain. He is a
this
villain,
man, yes, this man didn't even want to admit to him
right?
killing his brothers.
Yes,
Even
yes.
when his mother's life was on the line, he did
He
not
was
want to
like,
admit
"Nah,
it.
I ain't admitting that." Nah, and then you saw what he did at the end, bro.
And that's I feel like that's why they had to do it because like I've heard Christians say it, I've heard other people say it. He's a villain. You're not supposed to
No, you're
like this
not.
guy.
No, and I'm glad that they stuck with that. He's not an anti-hero. He's a villain. Villain
It's
for a
funny
reason.
because a lot of people agree like the first two episodes like oh okay we kind of like Oz and then as the episodes went by you
And that's the
saw
beauty. Yeah, yeah,
the way he thinks, his mentality.
yeah.
Like he leaves anybody to die. It's all about him.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of this whole thing with Oz is because you see those little things of what he could have been, especially when you look at Vic. Vic is somebody what Penguin could have been, but
Yeah,
he is a monster. And his mother said he's like, yo, he's a little freaking monster.
he
That's
wanted
the,
his mother all to himself.
that's the crazy. Yo, when he locked them in there and he knew they were down there and didn't say anything.
Yeah, and then the water was just right. I'm like, oh man, that's
Oh, and that
honestly,
effect was insane too.
I would fucking hate to die by drowning. That's one of the
For real.
worst ways to go, honestly.
He's a kid. This ain't even like grown man. Man,
Especially in that
kids.
situation where you know you can't go anywhere and you're trapped.
Mm-hmm.
You're just waiting for the
And it's
inevitable
just
death.
like he wasn't. He didn't really look that concerned about it. Then, as
It
soon as
really
he hooked
wasn't.
up with his mother,
Maybe he has some doubt, but he's like, nah.
they're gonna be alright. They're gonna be alright. They can swim. They can be alright. Nah, bro, you just got rid of him. What you talking about, bro?
And this show shows you can't trust him. Can't trust him.
At all. And I love
Even
that. Oh,
even if even if he gives you your wood.
bro. I love that because there was a scene I just remember when you said when Sophia and Penguin are talking and she's like, "Yo, I want to trust you, but I don't know how." You know what I'm saying? And I get why now. I get why. Because this dude insane, bro.
He ratted her out to her dad just to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
seen by him or move up in the
Move up,
ranks, I
right?
guess.
I don't think, and this is the thing. I don't think I got to give him a little sprinkle of grace for this because I think he knew what was going that Falcone would do that. You know, I
Yeah,
don't think he knew. 'Cause I don't think he personally, and that was the beef between him and Sophia. Um, Also, we got to talk about the camera work in this show. It was phenomenal, phenomenal,
I
phenomenal.
agree.
Yeah, man. Just certain shots that they had, especially when you saw the opening titles. How they led into the opening titles. So dope, so original. It was really dope, man. Oh my gosh, man. And it looks like it's the whole scenes of the show look like it's straight out of the movie. It looks like the
Oh
same
yeah.
budget, same everything.
And I don't know what they would do for season 2 because they were talking about maybe doing a season 2.
Where did we even go? Like,
I wouldn't even know because technically all of the Falcones are dead, the Maronis are
Bunnies are
gone.
dead, right? It's just like the only thing I can think of is the rise of villains. Like,
Ooh, ooh.
it's the only thing I can really think of.
I just thought of one.
What's that?
Black Mask.
Oh, yes.
Keep the mob element in there. You have Black Mask.
You know what's crazy? What if he's one of the last remnants of the Falcons?
That would be interesting.
Maybe he finds some money in that house that burnt down. Maybe he finds something. And he's like,
Hey,
"Whoa,
whoever's the showrunner of
yeah,
Penguin.
give us some money."
We got your second season
Yeah,
down. You just gotta
man,
write
right
it.
here, bro. Right here, bro. Yeah, that's that.
Because if we're gonna keep with the realism, that's Black Mask is perfect. It's a dude that gets a mask basically burnt onto his face.
Right, and then the whole house burnt down too. And I think people were in there. I think I don't remember,
Hmm.
but maybe if that's the case.
I don't remember. Maybe I don't
Right,
remember.
but if that's the case, I can see that. Maybe he's in the bathroom or something, taking a dump. Fire came, and it was over. I don't know, but
Oh,
I mean, the,
I will say the line deliveries in this show were great. Just the way
especially
they
with
were
Penguin.
delivered by Colin Farrell. You know we gotta make sacrifices.
Yeah. And it's crazy how his voice is different from the Penguin voice, like his actual voice.
Dude, it just throws me off
Yeah,
every
for
time.
real.
I saw him when it was like the last day of shooting. He
There
was
you go.
thanking all of them
There
in
you go.
the penguin costume. Like, wow,
Just
that
gonna
looks
bring that up.
so weird. I won't miss the suit or the fucking voice.
And you know what? I gotta give it to Colin Farrell, bro. I said this when I first saw the movie, first time, in real time, when it first came out. Colin Farrell really did an awesome job. You didn't even know this was Colin, bro. Like when you
Hell
see the
no.
makeup and stuff, the way he acts, the way he walks with the waddle, you never knew. You know what I'm saying? Like it's he transformed himself into this, and I'm glad because this shows that he is a great actor. He's a great actor.
Oh yeah.
He needs to be talked about more as an actor. He's a great actor, bro. Oh, what happened?
I'm trying to think of other stuff in the show.
I think. Oh, you know what I really liked? I really liked how this is the first that I've ever seen in a movie or a show, comic book show that talked about Gotham. Um, how Gotham is an actual character itself. I
Oh yeah.
really did like how they showed that in this show too.
Because it in the other media as far as like movies, I feel like Gotham has just been like a background.
Right.
Um,
And it's never really looked like dirty. You know what I'm saying? As
See,
I've seen in other stuff.
Matt Reeves Gotham. That's Gotham to me.
Right, right. Because even if you look at the Dark Knight, the Nolan movies,
I
they're
look at that.
amazing.
I'm like, oh, that's just Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I'm like, no, that's the Chicago. We good. You know what I'm saying? Like even in the Dark Knight, we spend more time in the city than we do in like the regular low income neighborhoods, bro. Here we see every neighborhood here. You know, I don't even think we go to the city. Honestly, I think we just stay in New Jersey or whatever the hell they were. You know what I'm saying? And it shows you the dirt. It shows you the rot. It shows you the gulliness.
It's funny too because when I was rewatching the Batman,
Yeah,
the location where the beginning of the movie starts is completely far away from where the Wayne Tower is at. It's on a completely different island.
yeah. And I don't even think we saw Wayne Tower in the show.
Because
I
if I remember correctly, in Arkham Knight, there's three separate islands, right?
yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Well,
And,
three separate islands, and then you have the main island.
right, and they all connected to each other through like the bridge that you would go through with the
Bridges, yeah.
Batmobile, whatever. Yeah, and like I said, I don't even think we've been to the city. That I remember. I think we've been to the city.
No.
City part.
Uh,
And
we've seen glimpses of the city, but we've never actually been in it.
you know, even when we saw the city, it looked pressing. You know
Like
what I mean?
the only time that I could think of is when he jumped off the top of the police building.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's the only time we really saw the city like that, and even the city kind of looked like crazy, like like pressing or whatever. You know, so
Yeah.
I gotta give it to Matt Reeves, man. I feel like Matt Reeves is one of the very few directors that really understands Batman. I really feel that. I really do.
Well, not just Batman. I feel like characters in general. Because
Oh yeah, for sure.
look at goddamn War not War but Planet of the Apes movie with Caesar.
Oh yeah, that's great characterization right there. You know what I'm saying? And even if you look at the newest show, uh, Cape Crusader, because he's done that too, and it's kind of dealing with the same kind of elements as here. But I feel like, unlike Cape, I feel like this shows the gulliness and the corruption of Gotham more than Cape Crusader did. It did
See,
show it, but just not, you know, yeah.
Cap Cap, look at me. Caped Crusader felt more like a Bruce Timm Batman universe, but it had some elements of Matt Reeves
Right.
Gotham in it.
Exactly. 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 But I feel like this is the first time where I feel like the movie verse is done better than the animated verse. This is like one of those rare times where I kind of feel that, you know.
And going back to what we were talking about in the beginning of this video, what's Batman Brave and the Bold Gotham gonna look like?
And that is see, and that's the thing that I'm kind of like concerned about because how are you gonna make this different? How are you gonna make this different from Matt Reeves' Batman? You know, I know it's gonna be more of the fantastical. I know you're gonna see certain things that you really wouldn't see in Matt Reeves' verse. I know we probably gonna get Clayface or Bane stuff like
If
that. Like I know we're gonna get those kind of characters
if I remember correctly, Andy Muschietti is still gonna
attached
direct
to
that.
directing, right? So we're gonna get that
So
flavor, right?
I go Gothic. I don't know. Change
Yeah,
it up. Do something.
yeah, yeah. And Damien's in this too, so
Yeah, that's right.
you know what I'm saying. So
Little
it's gonna
shit.
have a level of violence in there that's gonna be crazy because you already know he's an assassin. So
Can't wait to see that little shit causing problems.
oh my god, he gonna get rid of all his rose gallery. He's gonna be like, oh, what are you doing, bro? Do this. Said
It's
I do it now.
crazy. It's crazy. It's taking this long for us to get somebody else besides Dick Grayson as Robin in a.
Yo, and that's the crazy part too. Yeah, I'm glad you said that because it's like it's crazy to me. We don't got a Red Hood movie or a
Well,
Nightwing. That's crazy.
we had Nightwing in the the Titan show, and then Drake
That's
as well
true.
in that.
That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. But like, wise is kind of crazy. Because last time we saw Robin was Batman and Robin and Batman Forever. That's the last time we saw him. It's just after that they were like, all right, we ain't gonna put no more
do
Robins in these movies, bro.
do we want to count Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Robin as well, and Nolan's hey, I like that name. Maybe you should use it more, Robin.
Robin. And they just smile. and we're absolutely nowhere. I wouldn't. I would. I mean, I guess you can. The continuity sake, I wouldn't just because
We
you know.
probably would have had a Robin in Zack Snyder's thing
Well, which we did,
if
but
if we no if we ever got
oh, oh, oh,
to Ben Affleck's Batman movie with Deathstroke in it.
oh, yeah, that would have been dope. Oh, yeah, yeah. Because we don't even know who that Robin was that died. We don't even know. We don't even know who that was.
Also, fuck your mother for us not getting that movie.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure. That's gonna be another conversation because I feel like all parties were at fault when that happened, bro. Because
I
I
feel like
wanted that movie
that's gonna be
bad.
one of those Halloween. Bro, what is wrong with me? That's gonna be one of those Hollywood movies that's gonna be talked about a lot. As like a missed opportunity.
But you know what? I feel like you could bring it in Guns universe though. That's the thing. You
I
could
could see that.
you could they could take that same script and then put it in Brave and the Bold. Because he's in it. Because in one of the animated movies, Deathstroke was the villain. So
And going back to Oz, talking about Brave and the Bold.
yeah.
Are we not gonna have a penguin in the Brave and the
Oh,
Bold?
that's a great question. I don't know.
Because
Damn.
from what I remember, the Brave and the Bold story is basically I'm blanking on the name of it right now.
Oh,
Uh,
I know what you're talking about. I
where
know exactly what you're talking about. I just forgot the name, but I know what you're talking about.
Doesn't Damien fight Deathstroke?
That's in the movie though. That's not. I mean,
Yeah.
he does fight him in the comics, but like the animated movie, yeah, he fights Deathstroke. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So I know they're adapting that movie. I don't know, bro.
yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. I
I
don't know.
I I I would love to see Deathstroke because Joker's overdone already with Batman.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I
Um,
just leave him alone. Just leave him alone for a minute. You know what I mean?
you know what we haven't done in a while? Bring back Poison Ivy.
Yeah, yeah. I would
Like
love a Bane too. Bring back
like
Bane too.
a legit Poison Ivy.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Hush. I would love them to bring Hush.
I I I think we're supposed to get Hush and Matt Reeves Batman.
Right. So that I mean that'd be dope. I mean we got Thomas Elliott in the
I
universe too.
mean,
So I
there
mean
is talks of Clayface as well, so we're
yeah.
getting.
So we right, and I don't even know how they're gonna do Clayface in the Matt
See,
Reeves verse, but
and
yeah.
this is where my mind starts wandering off to different places. Like, if you want to do a horror Batman movie, do Man Thing. I mean, not Man Thing, Man Bat.
Man Bat, yeah, I would love that. And that's the thing. Man Bat is heavily in those stories too that they're doing.
Yes,
Like it's heavily involved. So we may get Man Bat.
but
It's gonna be
there is one thing that I have been asking for the longest ever since I ran this comic. I think you know where I'm gonna go with this, but Court of the Owls,
mm,
and there's definitely some hints of it in Matt Reeves' Batman and Oz
and the
Penguin
Penguin,
show
yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that would be the best. That would be the best overarching villain because they deal with corruption. They deal with the rich. They are perfect for Matt Reeves' verse. They are so perfect for that. So, look, bro, I would love to see that, bro. I would love to see that, and see how the corruption how it came to be and stuff like. Maybe finding out they're the reason why corruption is the way it is. Oh, you know what's crazy? They could be trying to take it from John Wick. They could be the high table, and that's how the mob and everything they give their money to the uh the Court of Owls so that they can conduct their business as a tribute. Kind of like a high table type of thing from John Wick. I could see that happening too. There's so many things you can go with this. So many freaking things. Um, I think. Did you have anything else to add to the review, bro? Oh, it might.
I don't got anything
I'm about
right
to say.
now.
Oh, I was just, okay. Actually, I did want to bring up one thing. I love how the time the runtime for these episodes was consistent. I love that
Oh yeah.
it was basically an hour for majority of the time.
Shots fired at Marvel.
Yeah,
Quote quote.
man, cause y'all be wilding, bro. Like y'all be having these. 40, like one will be an hour, the other one will be like 40 minutes, the
You,
other one will be
you,
30
I
minutes.
you
Crazy.
know what I know exactly what show we're referring to. Secret Invasion
Yeah.
or was it Secret? Yeah, Secret Invasion. Yeah, yeah.
All right.
That show was so inconsistent with its runtime.
Yeah, man. Like, and then it didn't end well neither. I just, but oh, and I'm glad you. Thank you for bringing that up. That was another point I was gonna bring up before we got here. I love how this show from start to finish. It started strong, ended stronger. I've
Oh
never
yeah.
seen a comic book movie do that before. I mean, show do that before. Never, never,
The
never in
the
my
amount
life
of
I've seen that before.
the amount of posts that I saw of people wanting justice for Vic, I'm like, this is great.
Man, I'm telling you, like, this, it you something. Since we kind of get into the tail end of this review, um, do you think that this is a cultural phenomenon type of show? Like, do you think this is kind of like going to be in the same realm as The Sopranos
I'll
when it comes to
I was gonna put it in simplest terms. This is the Sopranos for this
okay,
generation.
okay. So basically, you agree. Okay, got you. I gotta agree with you. And it's only been one season, and I don't even know if we're gonna get any other seasons, but I gotta agree. I gotta agree. This is like a cultural phenomenon type of thing for me. This is awesome for me, honestly. It just hits on all cylinders, and it's just great. And this is what I wanted to ask you
I
too. Yeah, go ahead.
Before you ask me, I honestly feel like it changed up the the atmosphere as far as like storytelling you could tell in comic book because usually it's just been like in the boys it's them getting back as soups for killing innocent people, but
Right.
then it's other stuff involved in that as well with politics and stuff like that, which
Yeah. Yeah, and they bought
I'm
everything.
okay with.
Yeah,
And then Invincible, you have these two characters which are basically Superman level
characters.
characters
Right.
that
Right.
are trying to prevent, I guess, global oppression. Put it in simplest
Layman's
terms.
terms. Got you. So, like you said, yeah, everything got its own like reasoning for it, and even with the Penguin, this is like he's trying to get to power, you know, the dirty way.
and
You know what I'm saying?
and, it, and it's great going from. It's honestly a great experience if you watch the Batman and then go straight into the Penguin.
Right. I feel like that's the best way you could do it, and it makes you want to watch this show. It makes you want to watch the movie. It's just good.
It makes you want more of the universe, honestly.
Exactly. I do. I want more of this. Like, give me more. You know what I'm saying? Um. So let me ask you this then. Before we get out of here, well, two things. One, do you think this eradicated or ended comic book movie fatigue, comic book fatigue? Period. Comes to live action. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like this kind of it's over? Like we're finally getting back into
Um,
that golden era, or like how do you feel about that?
I feel like it definitely changed up like stories you could tell.
Ooh, okay,
Um,
okay, okay.
I don't know, like, hmm. It's definitely gonna shape up as far as the comic book space, as far as TV wise. I definitely feel that way.
Oh, I agree. I definitely agree with you. I do feel like this has started a new era in storytelling. I gotta agree with you on that. It showed you that if you write it well, people are gonna like it. No matter who the character
I
is.
and the other another thing too is I honestly feel like we are back on track considering we had Deadpool and Wolverine and now we have
Right.
Penguin.
Right. And it's like back to back. You know what I'm saying? So and then next year we got Daredevil coming out. We got we got Creature Commandos coming out later this year. So we got a lot of things coming out that's very good, man. We got it seemed like Marvel getting back on track too with Thunderbolts, like and Brave New World. Seemed like they're getting back on track too.
I Yeah, I am hoping 2025 is like the year the redemption year for
I hope so too. I hope
Marvel
so
and
too.
DC.
I hope so too. Because I feel like DC really needs it more than Marvel. I give
Yeah,
Marvel
I agree.
praise
I agree.
because they gave us 10 years of just straight bangers. You know what I mean? So I gotta give them praise. You know, and it's crazy too because I've heard people be like, "Yo, Marvel sucks now. It's trash. Da da da. They can't do nothing right." I'm like, hold on. First of all, did you not remember the first 10 years we had? The first three Adventure movies? Like, for
And
real?
those people don't understand like you can have consistency, but at some point it's gonna decline a little bit.
Right. And then the thing about it too is Marvel had no plan after Endgame. They didn't.
They
They were
were
just
just honestly throwing stuff at the wall to see what would stick.
exactly. They were throwing cheese at the wall to see what stuck.
They're like, all right, we're gonna do this multiverse stuff, and then the stuff with Jonathan Majors happens. Like, all right, we're not doing this anymore.
Right. And then, that happened, you know what I'm saying? And I think part of that too was people weren't receiving Kang very well. So they were like, all right, well, we gotta bring in somebody. So wait,
They
Dr.
were
Doom.
they were trying to do too much
Right.
without a plan in motion. Honestly,
Right. Right. And I think this was like the first time they couldn't finesse their way into a W. I think this was the first time.
Y- it's funny because it was last year was definitely one of those years. Like, oh, Marvel's back. Next show, oh, Marvel's. Oh, what's going on?
Like, what is
Next show, Marvel's back.
right?
Next show,
Exactly.
oh, Marvel's trash
Exactly.
again.
Exactly. Exactly. So I don't know, man. Like I said, I with you. I really hope next year is the renaissance of comic book properties. I really do, bro. I really do.
I will say if Superman doesn't do well,
I hope it does. I really
I
do.
forgot where I forgot where this is from, but them people at Warner Bros. Gonna be looking at the box office numbers, be like, "Oh no, we suck again."
Don't know where that's from. If y'all know where that's from, let us know in the comments. Yeah, because we know WB is very reactionary, so I hope they get them numbers in. You know what I mean? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so my guy, before we go, did you have a score for this for the show before we go?
I do actually. I was thinking about it right now.
All right, what's your score, my guy?
All
For the
right.
first season,
Um,
what we say?
first season of Sopranos, aka the Penguin.
what we
I
think? What we say?
I'm gonna give it a 9. A solid 9, ma. I did it, ma. I did it for you.
Shoot, that's very high. I given anything that high before since we've been doing
I
this.
I maybe one or two things, a couple. Definitely a couple. It's hard to remember them all.
Right. Well, it's good because that means let me tell y'all something. We don't give tens out of tens out here unless it deserves it. You know what I mean? Or anything high. You know what I mean? For me, it's between a 9.5 and a 10 for me. Honestly, I
Ooh.
oh for real. Like aside from the Batman stuff, and I gotta see the Batman too to see if I was right and if I was right about why we don't see Batman. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. Oh, excuse me. As of now, I'm gonna give it a 9.5. But when I see the Batman 2 and I see if I was right, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. But for right now, I'm give it a 9.5. Which
Okay.
was one of the these not even DC property shows, but not even that, just one of the best comic book properties live action I've seen in a very long time.
I it was definitely a refresher, especially considering
Oh sure, for sure.
what the boys heavily deals with politics and stuff like that. It was nice to be like on the streets dealing with criminal elements and stuff like that. So it was nice
Right.
change of pace.
Exactly. And I just love the fact that bro,
And we
we
said
made a
this a
show
lot
on a
in our
penguin.
reaction videos. Like we don't see this element of
Oh,
Gotham a lot, honestly.
no, we don't. And then on top of that, like I just said a second ago, like, bro, we got a show on the Penguin.
Yeah.
We didn't get a show on Joker. We didn't get a show on Bane. We got a show on freaking Penguin out of all characters. Penguin. And that turned out to be one of the best things since sliced bread, bro. Crazy work to me. Crazy work. All right, man. Is that it for you? We good?
I, I got nothing else to say. I
My
ain't no rat.
watch too much of that, but okay.
I'm
Uh,
sorry. I'm sorry.
nah, you're good. You're good. Like, listen, this is why we here for authenticity out here. And
I
guys,
mean,
now
when we're live, we gotta be a little rowdy, little rowdy.
for sure, man. And that's the thing, guys. We are done with our first episode. We are gonna do this next week also. So if you do like this, let us know in the comments down below. Oh, and if you got any topics y'all want us to talk about, let us know in the comments as well. Because we would definitely like to talk about stuff too. We also gonna talk about all the news that dropped in this week. You know, for the next week too. That's what we're gonna start doing every week. So if y'all like this, let us know in the comments, okay? All right, y'all. And that said, we're gonna get out of here. We love you guys so much. Deuces, be safe, have a good one. See y'all in the next one. Later, y'all.
We did it for you guys. We did it for you.